guys, welcome back to the channel. Right here, we're still working on our 75 Fuelie. Hopefully, this is going to be a pretty smooth episode. We got it running in the last day. If you haven't been following the car, came in as a non-runner, then decided to run. Then we diagnosed on why it wasn't running or did whatever it wanted to do to get to this point. Mainly vacuum leaks. If you don't know, I said in the other video, but I'll recap. These cars are very susceptible. They don't like them, is what I'm getting at. When you have them, it doesn't know what to do. So with that said, we fixed some things. Whoever rebuilt the engine, I'm not gonna say they threw stuff wherever they wanted to, but they connected bits. They weren't correctly connected, and we're missing stuff. So some things are bypassed, some things aren't, but it does run. Beginning of the evening with this word salad, the car runs. The last bit I was waiting on was the intake boot. I put on mine. Mine is currently on it just for diagnosis purposes. I got a new one in. We're gonna slam that on, and hopefully this thing just fires up, well, as best as it can. The other, I mean, we're cold. The shop says 60, but if you follow this channel, that thermometer lies. If you hear the whirring in the background, giant torpedo heater. With that, other than that, go through the brakes, make sure that they're adjusted. I know the rears are way too tight. The e-brake isn't on. I got to fix the e-brake handle, and we'll take this thing out on the road. Hopefully, should be pretty good. Already put the heat on. It does work, because I was more or less concerned about that, driving in 40-degree weather here in Louisville. Kentucky gets cold and does whatever it wants. I miss the warm weeks, at least the 50s. Anyway, drag in. Let's change out an intake tube. Alright guys, like I said, I'm also replacing a bunch of these vacuum lines, the original German stuff. Just because, I mean, we're here. Anyway, let's get this intake tube off. Where's my screwdriver? Already off to an amazing start. I don't even need it because I didn't even actually connect anything. But I do need to take this off. I do not need to take that off. I just need to get that out. Anyway, intake boot should be quick and easy. Boink. Like I said, that's my boot. Just gotta throw it back on my engine. And then, new boot. We'll throw the new boot on. That can live there. This hose, I am going to route a little differently. Just because it's in the way. New boot. Plug that in. It's so soft and supple. That's it. I got the hose clamp too tight. persuade this one. Okay, we'll put this on second. Is that on? It feels on. And then this one, also too tight. Perfect. All right. Nope, that bottom one was not on. Come on. Why? All right, now you're on, I think. Yeah, you're on. I fish that thing up and then tighten it. Ow. That was clean. I like that. I like that enough. Put the other nut in this mass airflow MAF sensor. ARFM. Try to get another nut on this sensor, maybe. Let me just get a normal person 10 so I can angle. Instead of trying to shove that big thing in there. Hey, would you look at that when you use a normal person 10? It works better than a deep well. Snug. Snug. Good. All right. Plug that in. That's good. That's good. That's good. That has some strain relief to it. That's in, that's in. Fuel line can tuck. That's for the crossover. All right, let's see here. Let's do some of this vacuum line stuff. Whilst I'm here, the big one I want mainly to replace is the fuel injector, fuel pressure regulator. Mainly because, well, it's back there. And then we'll replace whatever I can get with 6 foot of hose. But that is the most run of German line. And it all feels pretty brittle at this point. You know, I put this box on like an idiot. All right. Throw that through there, then throw this back through here. Come on. All right, it's on. All the vacuum line I'm using is high temp silicone, what have you. So to handle the oil and gas a little better, and mainly the heat. I'll undo this T. All right, what do we got going on here? We have a 3T. Fuel pressure, that thing. We'll just try to simplify this, because we have a 3T right here. One hose off. Two hose off. As for the vacuum advance hose, we don't need that much of it. Cut that vacuum line there. That's going to our regulator. Plug this into that one. Boop. Cut this one here. Beep. This can go into here now. There's a little spritz. All right, that can go there. Now I need out. Is this long enough? Because that'd be fantastic. It is. Just go to manifold. Like so. Might have to shorten that. Who is setting off my ring? All right, anywho, radio timed out. Good. I'm going to shorten this one up just a bit. from Vacuum Advance on the distributor. So we got that, and then we need a run from the EGR. I'm going to need one of those nubs. We just need a run from the EGR up here, boop, down to this manifold thing down there. Boop. And then one vacuum cap on this one. There we go. Vance is hooked up. The go backwards is hooked up. Fuel pressure, EGR, fuel pressure regular, and that. Technically, we're good. And you couldn't see nothing because I'm a derp. And my flashlight's stuck. All right, let me get this, get the airbox on, and then we'll hopefully fire this thing up. All right, guys, all of the vacuum lines are hooked up. This the breather pipe's hooked up to the airbox, crankcase vent, what have you. Let's see what happens. Oh, also, I'll show you. Let me just show you now. I did verify to the cold start speeder upper idle air valve. I didn't check it today, but it should be open right now, and it is. And I did verify that it does close. It doesn't open as far as I'm used to it opening. I always thought they opened more, but then again, I haven't screwed around in here for a while. So it does move, and I am getting 12 volts supplied to it when the key's on. So I know that's doing something. Why it doesn't want to down rev as much as it wants to, not sure. All right, key on. Everything's connected. Let's see what happens. A little cold-natured. But she starts. Tighten this before I forget. Because that's open, I should be able to raise this idle some now. That sounds happy. I'm good with that. Manifold heat. Sounds good. All right, I'm gonna let this thing warm up and see if it drops idle on its own. You can tell she's dripping water. She's definitely a cold start. Well, you saw me work on this thing. But it sounds strong. Valves sound good. I also want to get this warm because I still have to change the oil. So let me let it run for a bit and I'll report back. But right now that valve is open. I'm pretty sure they're thermostatically controlled, so the hotter it gets, it'll shut down. So when it shuts, this engine should hopefully drop idle now. If it doesn't, I'll set it a little lower. But I'm hoping it works now that all the vacuum leaks are fixed. Is what I guess I'm getting at. So, give me a minute, I'll be back. All right, it's been a few minutes and, well, the engine's come down a bit. It's still higher than what I expect it to be, but also it's fine. I'll throw on my beep boop, just see where it's at right now. It sounds like it's around 11. Sounds happy there. But she's running good, she's running smooth. Next, well, let me shut this thing off and we'll check these brakes out. Like I said, both sides are, typically, I know if you've watched these videos, this wheel on running engine usually spins. Well, it wants to. Their brakes are just too tight in the back. There we go. I don't know if it picked up, but that valve's shut now. So it is working. It's just slow. We smell okay too. We don't smell too rich. It's really running well. Well, compared to the last video, it's running great. There's a cat roaming around. But let me shut this thing off. And the fuel gauge is working because it is going down. So it is coming down on idle. It is working. I do want to take it out, obviously, on the road to see, if we have to tweak it anymore. But as of right now, I feel fully confident in firing this thing up. Or taking it down the road. Owner did want new tires put on. I have 3 of the 4. I have all 4 of them now. We're going to slap them on. These are date coded from 08. I'm not really concerned about running them, just due to the fact that, well, they are in good condition. And I think the car was, hold on, give me 1 second. All right, as I was saying, the owner does want to have new, oh, get off. New tires put on. These are date coded from 08. I'm personally not afraid to run them. They're not dry rot or anything like that. Yeah, second week of 08 is date code on that. I'm not worried about running them. But you know what? If somebody wants to put them on, that's fine. Geez. I am not opposed whatsoever. These are on here. And off, off. Okay. Those are tight. Get my I'm not asking bar. And gently pop them off. Wow. They are on there. And I lost my doobly-doo. I put it on the lift. But yeah, like I said, yeah, these are, you might be able to pick that up in the mic. Brakes are just super tight, not a big deal. I'll go in, adjust them so we have some decent brakes. And they don't feel that far out of adjustment. Let me grab a light that's not attached to a deck lid. Put that in my pocket so I can lose it. Perfect. Engine soupy. Looks like the rear main's leaking. I still got to do the valve covers again. Single-sided swing or single-sided transmission. Axles look good. I mean, everything under here looks really good. I guess I could undo my hook, my switch for the starter. Yeah, get rid of my bump button. We know it runs. And well, if it doesn't tomorrow off of the key, well, we know we have more issues, but I can get rid of this. I do not need to start it from back there anymore. Or at least the plan is I don't have to ever start it from back there anymore. Because that means something went awry. And I don't like rye. I like pumpernickel. So if something went a pumpernickel, we have more issues. I think I need to tighten that speed a bit. Give me a little more clamp without breaking this. I screwed up these pliers too. That thing I said I didn't want to do, I just did. What the hell is going on? Cats, always cats. Yeah, this clip's broke. So we did what I said I didn't want to do. Let's rewire this now, because I'm a derp. Tell me you have fun with Volkswagens without telling me you have fun with Volkswagens. Oh, honestly, I'd rather catch it now, or I'd rather catch a bad clip now than, you know, let it go and, well, clip brakes. Quick fix. Now, I know I still got to drain the oil. I need a bigger clip. Yellow. Oh, yellow. I know I have them. Somewhere. Okay, scratch that. I know I need to order them. Oh, nope, they're right there. Told you I had them. Man, I need my crimpers. I lost my good wire crimper somewhere. They're probably rattling around in a car. They weren't expensive, but they were damn good. You guys ever run into that? Some of the cheapest tools you have are like your favorite, and they just work for some odd reason. Just me? That's fine. Cramp. Cramp. Creamed. All right. Let's get some shrink wrap on that and call it good. Let's plug this back in. Just like I never screwed it up. Wiggle, jiggle, jiggle, wiggle. All right. That's on. Let's do what I said I was going to do. Why are you guys standing over there, you crazies? Let's do a quick brake adjustment. Oh, Lordy. You know, it's actually Thanksgiving today. And of course, you know, I'm doing the right thing and working. So I'm over here, eyes. I'm actually working for a bit. And, I figured my phone would be quieter. Lo and behold, it is not quieter. Slight drag, that's good. I can tell you these brakes have been gone through. Well, there's anti-seize on the adjusters. The bleeder screw looks new. The lines don't look new. What's this crossover? We got a date on here. That crossover is nice and pliable. DOT 09 maybe. They're still pliable. I mean, I like them. No concerns from me upselling a brake job currently. A little scrapey. Done. That's all I needed. Now, unless I open these things up and find out like the adjusters missing. Yeah, those pads are brand new. Unless I open this thing completely up and find out like the adjuster tongs. Little spring clips are, woo, where are you going? Little spring clips are missing. They're fine. What do they look like? Could use a top ball joint boot. Bottom one looks fine. Top ball joint boot, bottom ball joint. Needs boots. You can't see what I'm talking about. But yeah, the boots are ripped, not a big deal. All of them are ripped. I'm just gonna attribute that to sitting. But those wheel cylinders are new. Or they look damn near new. Not really a fan of that way that rubber lines ran, but it's not really a big deal. Again, it just goes to personal preference. Why am I thinking those wheel cylinders are weird for that backing plate? Someone help me out with that. All right, turn. Wheel turn. I need access. This one definitely has a, oh, well, now I can't test it. I hear scrapage. And they're not that far out.
So if I can get away with just adjusting one, I'm going, well, we're not going to do that. We'll adjust both. Someone had a fun time adjusting this one. There we go. That's all I needed. That backing plate's really, someone went to town on it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, someone went to town on that backing plate. It was pretty pulled back. But I do like to see all these buttons in here. Typically they're missing. These have a lot of weight to them. One back, yeah, these weren't that far out. Oop, shit. Hey, back. Just wanted to adjust them to adjust them. Maybe a little wiggle in the ball joint, nothing major. That side feels fine. I don't like that. I'm going to see if I can adjust this. That hose, it's good when it rubs on the rim. You really know it's working right. Let's see if I can get a little tweakage out of that to get it out of the way. Because one thing I don't want to do is open up the system. Yeah, if it naturally fell down here, it'd be fine, but it doesn't want to. So let's see if I can do some bending to course it into a different laying position. I gotta be careful because of obviously that metal brake line. Over, good. Nope, still on it. Oh shit. Yeah, that's not ideal or good. I'd be more worried if these lines didn't look new, the hard lines. All right, that's off it. Not by much, but it's off it. And we're not hitting that way. That side looks good. It's tucking weird too, but it's not, at least not on a spinny thing. Yeah, and then we got a hand distance in between. I know you can't see me, but yeah, that would be not ideal if that broke. And because they're in good condition, or say newer, I do not want to, save or replace them, open up a brake system and add another $1,000 to a bill because they're good. All right, let me blind myself with the flashlight. Let me swap out these tires, and then hopefully turn off this light because I'm not the smartest person in the world. We know this. Change these tires real quick. And yeah, I'll get back to you for hopefully a test drive because we're pretty much buttoned up. Everything's working. I did fix that. Yeah, that's connected. The heat's connected. And like I said, I gotta redo the valve covers because they're leaking. So that's odds and ends. Take these tires off, put these on. What sucks? I didn't even pay. I just ordered one. Wow, I ordered the right size. 195.65. For some reason, I thought these had like 185.60s on it. So car's gonna be exactly the same. I don't know what tires are on here to begin with. Geostar. Some Geostar radio NTSs. Cool. You're getting some Kumos. I do like them. They're cheap, they're affordable, and they work well. So I think those are 400 treadwear. What are these? They should be pretty. I think they're more, to be honest with you. Does a sticker tell me? Because that'd be nice. Yeah, this is a 640 treadwear. You'll never have to replace those things. All right. I get these swapped out. Hopefully I'll join you with some more lyrical words coming out of my mouth, making the lovely salad that I do. And we're either going to have uh-ohs or we'll be on the road. Because like I said, other than doing tires and a wheel change, I'll do that while I'm doing tires. And valve covers. Really got nothing else going on. Yeah, I just got to seal these valve covers. They're leaking. Like I said, I swapped them on. First episode, I just put them on to, I don't know, adjust the valves and make sure that the damn thing was going to work. I was not expecting them to be, I don't know, to not have to go back in there again. But I don't have to go back in there again other than to fix what I should have just did correctly the first time. Yep, completely on me. I'll be back. Starting tires on. I'm on the back driver right now. It's bent. Not only because we have a lot of weight going on, but I don't know if you can see the rim run out. It's pretty bad. Can I put you guys on my robo arm? Don't fall. Stay there. But yeah, you can probably watch the run out on this wheel. It's pretty dramatic. I'm just gonna do the right thing and just double check that it's not a me problem. Like I didn't get it centered. Because sometimes they will walk. Might have been a me problem. Definitely not a me problem. Yeah, that rim is way bent. I don't know how well it's picking up. I'm trying not to move you guys too much because, well, you're an expensive camera mount. You might be able to see the walk in it. Probably doesn't show up that well in camera. Just the nature of the beast. This side is even worse. And it's not the tire the tire is out of round because the rim's out of round, but if you watch the rim, you can see it's actually physically dancing. So we will put this tire on the passenger side. But yeah, I think I pulled like 5 ounces of weight off of it. Typically I didn't do this one yet, but typically when you see a bunch of wheel weights stacked up, especially when you start getting into the multiple ounces. Well, that's that tire. Multiple ounces, like, 2-3 ounces, you got a problem. These balanced out with pretty much an ounce a piece on the outer and inner. Little 75 on this one. I think there's an ounce on the inside, ounce on that side. Usually once I start seeing in upwards of like 2 ounces out of balance, number one, bent rim, or number two, really cheap tires. These tires aren't the most expensive, but they usually balance out pretty good. So, just gonna go driver to passenger, driver. As long as the passenger side's, I said, an ounce 75 on there. I'm just gonna put that on because I think it's straighter. But yeah, that rim's definitely screwed up. They're all a little wonky, but that one's the worst. All
All right, guys, wheels, tires, mounted, everything. Car is on the ground. It's going to be, well, I guess a cold start, just due to the fact, well, it's been sitting since the last fire up. Oil's changed, so on and so forth. Oh, I do not like this mat. That's good. See what a starts like? Not too bad. I saw brake lights, that's good. Let's see if it moves. And it stops. Gonna have to scuff in those tires. Backwards. Oh, and the reverse lights work. All right. Let's run it through the gears, make sure all of them work. We know first works. It's going to pull in second. Yes. Third. Kinda. Fourth. We have all the gears. Nice. I've been really... Holy shit, the radio sort of does things. I mean, it screeches, but, wow. Revs up, revs down. Blinker. Blinker. I'm assuming the back one's working. I can see the front one working. See if these wipers work. Well, we'll try them with the down, I guess. Lights. Where the hell's the wipers? Wipers. Wipers work. Hazards work. Everything works. Shut that down. Hot start. Why not? I mean, come on. All right, so next thing, because it is late, next thing we're gonna do, go on the road. Gotta move, banana's dead, so we gotta charge the old mango banana up, the vet. Yeah, go on the road. I gotta put this rear seat down because it's just kind of doing whatever it wants to do. I'll edit that out. I'm not gonna edit that out. I'm just putting it down. I'm not like installing it because I didn't uninstall it. Just want it down, just also in case I need to get back there. But also with these tires, both rear rims are bent. This one is now the super bent one. Driver's side is kind of bent, but the fronts, I'm assuming the tires got placed in the orientation they did, just on the same reason I just placed them in the orientation that I did. Move the bend. You don't want to feel it on the front, the rear, just because you got more weight back there. You typically feel it less. But, well, no, on the road, so far I haven't really noticed it. The rears are balanced within like 50 ounces. The fronts are within 25. You never feel 25. You really don't feel 50. It's more or less the run out is what you feel. So, yeah, I guess what I'm going to do, go in, enjoy the remnants of my Thanksgiving, and, yeah, I don't know. Join me in the morning for a drive, because that's all we have left. Make sure she's good to go, and then call the owner and say, hey, I'm ahead of schedule. You want your car now? Because I have something cool showing up tomorrow. It might be in the video, depending on closeout. I don't know. Plans. Be back. Okay.
Okie dokes, guys. Let me get my stupid microphone. So I look professional by that. So I have audio for you guys to hear. Alrighty. Oh, tight. All right. Cold start. We're just going on a rip. I did fix the e-brake, throw on the heater. See what happens. Contact maybe? Honestly, not that bad. I'm gonna let this thing warm up, obviously, because it is cold. Ooh, new door hardware. Yeah, I'm gonna let it sit here and idle for a bit, just warm up. Sounds good, so not really worried about it, but I don't want to go too, crazy on it. Oh, I did reseal the gasket, or this windshield might leak. There's these pinch welds. I'll show you on the big cam. I just noticed this. On, was it like 72s? I think they started doing it. There's a weird, claw. Hold, please. Turn on a light. There's like a weird claw that's around the windshield frame. I do not like this mat. I don't like that mat either, but that's better. There's a weird claw around the windshield frame. And with the modern gaskets, if you don't drill out the spot welds and get rid of that claw, go back to, the 72 gear I put a windshield in. What happens is if you don't drill that spot weld out, your gasket doesn't actually sit flat, because the new gaskets are, designed to do this. Well, that claw pushes them out, so it doesn't actually seal. I mean, the outside feels fine, but yeah, that inside seam is not the greatest. Can't actually hook, I guess is what I'm getting at. And I should really stop playing with it, because it is installed. And the worst part about it is when you drill them out, you may or may not see the line, especially because there's no headliner. So, does this work? Everything else does. Nope. Sounds good. We'll take it out, obviously, see what it does on that, because it does sound higher than where I set it yesterday, so that cold idle should be working. I don't know if you can see that wibbly wobbly. Yeah, we'll take it out. All right, let me let this thing warm up while I unlock everything, and yeah, heat's working. Maybe get a little heat in this car. I will be back. Join me on the road. All right, guys. We're gonna make this I don't know, semi-quick test drive. Main reason, this car does not have a tag on it. And it is the day after Thanksgiving. So, this clutch is super light. Other than that, so far the brakes work. The engine's working. Yeah, brakes are working, engine's working, everything's working good. I want to get it up to obviously operating, what I feel is operating temperature, and lower that idle, because it's still pretty damn high. And it does drop down, but I think that idle air control isn't really doing its job.
And I know it doesn't have an air leak. I mean, I sprayed the ever-living crap out of this thing to try to find something. So it's probably, I don't know, sounds like 1,700 right now, which is kind of ridiculous. But it drives nice, it's quiet. Like bumps and stuff, other than just hearing that engine. And I should have brought a screwdriver, but I didn't. Brought my phone. Nope, no screwdriver. $2 in there, though. Yeah, this thing's super high idle. But it fired right the hell up. So, I mean, that's a positive. It's just helping my heat work better right now, currently. Is all I'm saying. Higher idle, more fan speed, more air blowing through these vents. Fourth gear. It's a good car. No vibration out of tires. I don't feel anything with those rear wheels, which is good. Wheels straight. Well, as far as the vibration level, it's not trying to, yank itself out of my hand. So, steering dampener, so on and so forth, that's all working as it should. Ooh, let's go. Reverse lockout. No. That was weird. Did it not want to downshift, or does the reverse lockout not work? I haven't checked it. Just pull over real quick. Because when you drive these things, you're just so naturally used to pushing down in second, and you don't realize you don't have a reverse lockout till, yeah, no reverse lockout. I'm in reverse right now. So, I'll look at that. The plate's probably put in upside down. Or backwards, sidewards, or it's missing one. But yeah, brakes are good. No weird pull. Whee! Small car syndrome. Runs like a fuel-injected car. Well, Beetle. Oh, there. Oh, that's because I window's down. Good news is it's not that miserable in here. It's like 30 degrees outside. But let's just cruise back to the shop. Like I said, I don't have a plate. I want to make sure everything's working. We'll go over the car when I get back. Yeah, the idle is coming down, but it has to come down just a little bit more. Still too high for my liking. I don't know how well it picks up in my microphone. The brake light does flicker, but it's the cam. There's a little button under here that's dumb. Looks like it's stuck. It pulls nicely. I mean, for what it is. Yeah, we'll just go back to the shop, give it a once over, call him. Hopefully, he'll be excited to pick this thing up. Speedometer works, everything works. I had to refix the hub. It was kind of out of the wheel. And I don't know if I did that whenever I, can I get second? Probably. I don't know if I did that. Nope, I got third. Or second. I don't know if I did that whenever I pulled the wheel off. But it's on and it's working, so. Alright. As long as those valve covers aren't leaking, I'll call it a success. Lower the idle some when we get back in, and then get her gone and hopefully get it enjoyed. Alright guys, looking for my screwdriver. Stepped in a puddle of oil. This is fantastic. All right, the cold start valve is leaking. I'll get you on a big cam and show you. I think that hose is just doing a thing. So give me a second. Let me do some tweaking and I'll be right back. All right, guys, just gonna keep you on the GoPro. The cold start valve plugged, and then that's plugged because I could not get this thing idle down anymore. And now I can basically stall it. So I'm happy with that. And just so you know, the cold start valve is working. It's unplugged. And I got no vacuum. It would be, you know, sucking vacuum through. So, knowing that that's sealing and obviously working, I'm just gonna put a little bit of spuge into this tube and maybe get some hose clamps on it because this thing's pretty firm. But yeah, that cold start valve was the issue. It was the issue on the high idle. It sounds good. Maybe a little more down. I can live with that. All right, let me goop this, put it back on, and then see if hopefully that changes it. But that should theoretically fix it. I don't know how well it picks up. That cold start valve does leak to the intake. Sorry. I put some I put RTV in it just to, you know, stop it from leaking. Basically, once it becomes plastic, it can't squish anymore. So just coat it with an RTV, just to give it like a little sealing surface. But this is as low as I can get it idle now, which is a lot lower than it was. But the leak's gone, so that valve isn't completely sealing because it's letting air draw down from the intake into the intake. So it goes from the bendy tube to the plenum, and it's just giving air. Gonna return it as it is, like this, and see if it sort of fixes itself. If it doesn't, I'll just bypass it. I'll leave the cold start valve on there because I know it doesn't leak, monitored in, and I'll put a filter on it, but I won't let it bleed into the intake manifold, if that makes any sense. Other than that, the car is solid. The only other thing I could do to lower the idle would be adjust the timing, but I do not want to do that. Everything's set as it should be. So by me screwing with it, it's going to screw with everything else. So should be fine. I mean, it will be fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's running great. It hasn't missed a beat. It does have a rear main leak that might come around, but other than that, it starts up, idles, runs fine. I'll let him get some miles on it, see what happens, like I typically do. And if it becomes worse, it'll come back, and if it becomes better, it might have to come back. But same thing, it's a revival. Let him get about 200 miles on the car, and then we'll see it again just for a go over kind of thing. But with that said, let me switch receivers onto the big cam and close this one out because we're done. All right, guys, closing out the video on 75. Runs, drives, stops, headlights, taillights, blinker, everything works. The injection system, the key reason of why it was here, is now up and running. Got a phone with the owner, called the owner, talked to him about it. Reverse lockout might get adjusted when we get back, or the car gets back. Typical 200-mile drive. You know, bring it in sooner if there's problems, driving a little longer. It's not necessary. You get your free oil change, I make sure everything's in spec, so on and so forth. I let him know about the idle air solenoid. It might fix itself, it might not. The idle's a lot lower than when I drove it, so that's good. But with that said, it's still not correct. My version of fixing it still isn't going to be correct, but I'll be able to get it to do what it should be doing to begin with. Yeah, that makes sense. Anywho, we'll cross that foot swinging bridge when we get there. But runs, drives, stops, everything works. I'm happy with it. The car drives really well. Nothing I really noticed on the drive as far as concerning to me other than reverse lockout. Everything else is working fine. Tires, well, they're new. Doesn't mean they're good, but they're round. I don't feel a vibration from the rear. Zero vibration from front. No pull on braking. I'm very happy with it. Like I said, I talked to him. He's going to come get the car, put some miles on it, see what he likes, what he doesn't like, what he might want to get addressed, what he might not want to get addressed. Yeah. Anywho, stay tuned because this car may or may not be back. I don't think I made him mad enough for it not to be back, I guess is what I'm getting at. So if you like this episode, hopefully it wasn't that crazy. If you like this episode, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. If you do, I promise you, we will chit chat. As always, thanks for watching. And hopefully, see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.